on example 1, we want to classify our polynomials, or I want to determine if it is even a polynomial, then I want to classify it by the number of terms and the degree. So if we start here, our first term, notice it has a degree of 2 because 1 plus 1 is 2. Our second term is 1. Since it has 2 terms, we're going to say that's a quadratic. And there are 2 terms, so we're going to say binomial. Letter B. There are no variables, are there? Since there are no variables, we know what's a constant. And there's only one term, so it's a monomial. On letter C, we got a negative exponent there. Can't have negative exponents, we said, so that's not a polynomial. On letter D, we want to simplify this polynomial first. Notice I can combine my like terms. Negative 8 plus 5 is 3. So I'm going to say 9x squared minus 3x minus 27. So you want to simplify it before you determine if it's a polynomial. Now it's a polynomial. It's to the second power, so it's quadratic again. And since there's 3 terms, we're going to say it's a quadratic trinomial. Now letter D is written in what we call standard form. Standard form means I'm going to go from my biggest exponent to my smallest exponent. The term in front, the leading coefficient, we want to be able to identify that because when we do things later on, that's going to be important. So I just want to identify that. So in example 2, I'll find my biggest term. Notice that's 2x cubed, so I'm going to write that first. So I'm going to say 2x cubed. The negative goes with the coefficient, so minus 3x squared plus 4x plus 12. My leading coefficient is going to be 2 because it's the number in front of my biggest exponent. If you don't have a number written there, it'll be 1. It'll never be 0 because then you won't have that term. It might be a fraction, might be a decimal. That part doesn't matter. When we add polynomials, we just add the like terms. So if I got 3x squared plus 9x plus 27 plus 2x squared plus 4x minus 12, mentally, I don't know if you have to write it down, but I like to do it horizontally. Mentally, I'm going to go 3x squared plus 2x squared. That'll give me 5x squared. Then I'll do the same thing for my x's. And then finally, I'll do the same thing for my constant terms. That's horizontally. Maybe you want to do it like they're numbers and put them vertically together. You're going to get the same answer. I think on your assignment, sometimes it'll say add them horizontally, and sometimes it'll say add them vertically. And that's all you got to do.